Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 1, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 5. What a week it's been for Gabriel Jesus. Shout out LEWIS-SKELLY and big up the whole of the Arsenal team. Now, people, goals from open play has been a problem for Arsenal. But when we have done it, it's come in abundance, man. And, again, with the greatest of respect to Crystal Palace, big them up. Nobody wants to go to Selhurst Park. It's one of those games in the Premier League that nobody looks forward to playing. It don't mean people are scared, but let's be real. Selhurst Park, I would say Brentford away, Brighton away, Anfield is probably the scariest of the lot. St James's Park could say something to Anfield. These are the grounds, whether you win a title or not, if you want to have a decent season, if you have any small hope of trying to get something, if Liverpool drop points or even Chelsea, because it respectfully is past City now, who didn't win at Crystal Palace away or at Villa Park away. As much as Arsenal got problems, we ain't got their problems. We ain't got their history of recent either. It's a difficult game, really. It's a difficult week. It's a difficult schedule. Now, I don't know what the future holds, and obviously we know what the past holds, but this week has been great. We're into the semi-finals. We dealt with the Selhurst Park. We got Selhurst Park out the way, and most importantly, we got 3 points. So shout out to the boys. Not necessarily negatives, but now we can calm down a bit. Obviously, defensively, let's be real, people, not to be negative, but we have fallen off a cliff defensively. If I'm honest with you, look, this season we need to get back to those high standards. The goal we conceded, it was terrible, man. It's great from a Palace concern. They worked us very well. There's several players that could have done better. Either way, they went and scored, and we didn't hold on to the lead that long. So these are things we need to do better, and I'm sure the players and Mikel Arteta know that, and we need to improve that going forward. I did think when you look at the game, I feel we were quite confident on the ball. I think we was moving it well. I think both teams, looked a bit frail, like they could be got at defensively, or that there'd be goals in this game and whatnot, people. And we got that very early. Great finish from Sarr, terrible from us. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus to get a brace and 5 goals this week is fantastic. And I liked it. I don't know which goal I like better. I don't know if this, where Saka's put the cross in, Gabriel Magalhaes has actually done very well to allow Jesus to get that shot away. I don't know if I prefer that or the one where the set pieces come in, which technically another goal from a corner. Uncle Partey's done well, who I think some fans is very mixed where his performance is concerned. I don't know. Do you know what? The one Partey laid him off, I think that one was a slightly better one, and it shows what confidence can do. I'm being shameless. I don't mind being shameless and saying, is Gabriel Jesus back, or answering the question, but it's a great week and it's down to him to maintain it. Of course, going into the game, Mikel Arteta, whether it was Rice on the bench, whether it was Kai Havertz in midfield, people, weren't necessarily had a lot to say about the lineup, but we got away with it, or we did the job. Shout out to LEWIS-SKELLY, man. You've saved us millions, if I'm honest with you, and to have you that one day could be playing in midfield. Obviously, you're doing the inverted thing, and you're taking your chances. You're taking your chances, whether it's Monaco, Everton, pardon me, Crystal Palace. You're showing that consistency. You're showing that maturity. You're showing that you're with it. Of course, he's 18. He will make mistakes and all of that jazz, but he's showing he can contribute in the squad. And where you look at left back, you could make a case of maybe with the injuries, Arsenal having enough and moving on Tomiyasu. The same with Zinchenko with 2 years left on his deal. Kivior's a centre half, but obviously can play left back. We all know Tierney's days, unfortunately, are numbered. So when there's a lot of chopping and changing, you've put yourself into the realm and maybe changed Arsenal's thinking in that regard. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Mateta's a big test, but I think uncharacteristically, I'm not gonna lie. I think Raya and Saliba looked a bit nervous in the game at points, man. Maybe they've been on the Christmas bubbly, but ultimately, I would have loved a clean sheet, but we did get 5 goals and we did get 3 points. So, yeah, I think we can improve defensively, manage the game a bit better. Obviously, when you see us score 5 today, or 5 against West Ham, or 3 against Nottingham Forest, or, Sporting Lisbon and Monaco putting the goals in, you do wonder, why don't we do this on a consistent basis? Now, Palace didn't necessarily set up like Fulham did or like Everton did, so maybe that's a factor, but we've got the capacity to generate chances. Big up Declan Rice as well, because that was a lovely little finish. And big up Kai Havertz, man. Don't know what's in the air at Arsenal. Don't know what Mikel Arteta is doing to these players. But every week, someone's getting married, someone's getting engaged, someone's going public with their girlfriend. Somebody's, we're seeing this celebration all the time now at Arsenal Football Club. Give it 5 minutes, give it 5 minutes or 5 games from now. Nicholas Hover probably would do that, people. But yeah, I'm a happy man. Obviously, you hope Liverpool, at some point, not necessarily today against Spurs. I don't want Spurs to do anything, but you hope Liverpool drop points, you hope Chelsea drop points, but they can drop as many points as they like. Arsenal need to go on a run now. We all know the games are coming thick and fast. They're very tough now. We got the FA Cup coming into play, got the semi-finals coming up. You look at the Premier League, boy, you got Ipswich, which on paper should be a walk in the park, but you can't underestimate anybody. We've got Brighton and Brentford and Aston Villa and Spurs and Man United in the FA Cup. So we need every player to step up, and we need every player to kind of show their form. Of course, the game is going to be marred by Bukayo Saka's injury as well. People apparently, you know, there's images and whatnot of him being on crutches. Now, I'm no physio or no doctor or anything like that, but to see Saka on crutches is scary. Raheem Sterling wasn't in the squad, people, owing to injury. So yeah, man, it is what it is. We'll wait for Mikel Arteta to give some sort of confirmation or something on that, and we'll see what's going on. But on that note, let me know your thoughts. Peace. Like